everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
And it's time once again
to recommend things.
Today we are filming in my dining room. Not because we're eating anything, just because we felt like a change of scenery. Did you actually do that?
I did, but
why
I
did
totally
you do
just
that?
threw that in my eye.
Oh no! He didn't already have a wound there, though, so at least it wasn't salt in the wound.
The salt in the
eye. Well, Vince, what do you recommend today?
I'm recommending not throwing salt in your eyes.
I also recommend that.
What I am recommending...
Scissors? Oh.
Scissors in your... I'm recommending a movie lent to me by my wife's uncle. Very nice guy. He said, "Here, my favorite movie. Watch this." I said, "Thanks." It's called My Favorite Year, and
his favorite movie has the word "favorite" in it.
That's what I thought it was funny. He said, "This is my favorite movie, my favorite year." I was like, "Wait, did it come out in your favorite year, or is it?" Oh, it's called my. I see what's going on. And so
I've never heard of that. What is it?
I hadn't heard of it either, but when I popped it in, I was pleased. It's a comedy that stars Peter O'Toole and some guy I don't know, whose name escapes me. Anyway.
What were his parents thinking when they named him that?
So, Peter O'Toole plays a character that's supposed to be a lot like Errol Flynn. And so he's this swashbuckling actor. And he, at this point, his career is on the downslide, and he is going to be in a show that's kind of like Saturday Night Live. So he's going to host this show. And they're getting ready to axe him from the project because he's a bit of a lush, and by a bit, I mean extremely. And the one of the main writers on the show was so pleased to see this character, Alan Swan, or this actor, Alan Swan, be on the show, so he found some way to keep him on. And so he's responsible and for this major drunk actor, and it's neat how these characters kind of come together, and then both, not the same character arc, but they do have character arcs as the movie goes along. And what's interesting is I think Alan Swan gets a greater character arc than the main guy.
Oh wow!
Who is not quite as like the main guy is more important in some ways, but the one who gets a real strong character arc is not the main character. So
is it like a dual character arc, kind of?
Yeah,
or
they both get a character
just a
arc.
Supporting character and just happens to have kind of a good character arc?
It's kind of they both get a character arc, but the one who, it's, what do you call that in school? There was like the mythic figure, or it was kind of a story about this Errol Flynn type character through the eyes of another person, and they both get a character arc. So you could make an argument that he was a supporting character, but I would say that they both kind of drive the action. So I would say it's a dual character arc. Now, on top of that, they raise the stakes, and this is what I think is so interesting about this movie. This movie just sets him up and knocks him down, which is so uncommon in a comedy. That so often it's like, well, the funny thing is more important than the story. Well, we still need a story. I mean, if we're going to just have a skit, why not just watch SNL? Who cares?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have these two characters that get a character.
That's why so many SNL sketch movies don't work.
Indeed. They make no sense to exist in a long format. So this, my wife even pointed out, she and I watched this together, where she said, it's not as funny as he made it sound. Well, that's the thing, is that this movie is not just joke, 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 joke. It's bam, bam, bam. It's like beating a drum. It's steady, and there's good lines. Like, they wait until they've set up the joke, and then they knock it down. Now, that being said, some of them do come rapid fire.
So the tone is comedic, more than it's just a straight-up hilarity fest.
Yeah, this is not Mad, 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 Bad World. This is an actual movie. This isn't just a comedy. This is a comedic movie. So that pleases me that these type of things exist. After I saw this movie, I was so content. I was so happy.
I'd like to see that. It sounds really good.
It is good, and I would let you borrow this were this actually mine.
Oh, sure. You know, I'll try to find a copy. It sounds really good. I really like stories that deal with the like famous person that is past their prime and has to figure out that feels like their life is over. And like, how many actors have had that happen? Like I was thinking of George Reeves while you were talking about that.
Oh yeah. Indeed.
And stuff like that.
And they did make a movie about George Reeves, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think it was mostly about his death.
Hollywoodland?
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't see.
Because he allegedly committed suicide over the fact that he felt like his career was over. And he couldn't find. He was really worried while he was doing Superman that he wouldn't be able to find any work after that, and he drowned in. I think he drowned in alcohol and stuff like that. So just a lot of the stuff you were talking about reminded me of him.
This is less dark than that.
Oh sure, yeah,
happier ending.
But that's really interesting, and I think I don't know as much about Errol Flynn as I would like to, but I think that Errol Flynn had a tough time with his later career.
I would assume so.
As well.
I mean, I would assume that most actors that outlive their prime would have some kind of...
Well, especially when you keep playing the same kind of role over and over again.
Yeah.
Eventually and a lot of women have this problem, supermodels and stuff like that. Like where you get cast as much on the look and as much on the personality that you've been doing over and over again as you do on actual raw talent. So not everybody gets to be Morgan Freeman.
Right. Or Sean Connery, or Kathy Bates. Not everybody's career just keeps on going.
Just keeps on going, yeah.
Or Elijah Wood, strangely enough.
That's not fair. I think Elijah Wood's a good actor.
No, he's fine. I was just being silly because most child actors.
Actors, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, because eventually, which apparently Macaulay Culkin's not doing poorly. I mean,
no, he's not. And he's done some more movies. I think that that's not fair. That's a bad example because I think Macaulay Culkin took himself out of Hollywood,
right?
And then eventually came back and did more like small art house films and stuff. I think if he wanted more work, he could have easily gotten it. Probably.
That might be an interesting video. I mean, is it sad to see a person stop acting when they're still reasonably young?
Yeah.
Because maybe their heart wasn't in it.
Yeah. Well, and then the way we kind of objectify actors and the way we keep wanting more from them, and but we have to remember they're people, and maybe they move on and they want to do other things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, can't actors also have a second or third career?
Yeah.
Does everybody have to do the same thing forever just because they're great at it? That's a really good question to ask.
Like Dolph Lundgren has some big science degree.
I didn't know that, but now Dolph Lundgren keeps acting.
Yeah, like Dolph Lundgren, he kind of gets this reputation of being a meathead, but he has this biochemistry degree or something.
I didn't know that.
I read it somewhere. Maybe it's inaccurate. I don't know. My source I think was IMDb.
But he's pretty well spoken when you listen to him.
Yeah. Whenever he says he'll break you or something, it's pretty clear.
No, I've listened to him in interviews. Well, anyway, I am really excited about my recommendation today. This is something that I'm recommending without having opened it. So
Salt in your eye?
Looks cool so far. We'll find. No, not salt in your eye. That doesn't even make sense. You can't open salt in your eye. Anyway, but I just purchased this today. I was so stoked. I didn't even know they made this. They made all this 60s Batman stuff. I knew something like this was probably coming, but I didn't know it was out yet. And I'm really excited to show it to you. And this is the first time I will ever have done an unboxing on Recommends. I haven't opened this yet, but I'm going to try to open it on camera.
My size 60s Batman.
I would totally buy that. But anyway.
Whose size? Like literally my size?
This is the Batmobile that fits these 6-inch figures they put out. And this is the first time we've had a 60s Batman car that fits 6-inch figures. They're making a big deal out of that on the box. I don't know if it's really that big of a landmark. Finally we did this! You've been waiting for it for decades.
You've been waiting for it for at least since these other figures came out.
Isn't it gorgeous? I'm really excited about this. Yeah.
So you're gonna take it out of the box?
We're gonna get this out of the box right now, and we're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna go all review spot on you, except we're not gonna turn off the camera first, and we're also not going to turn the camera so that you can only see my hands. But
hang on, we do need to put the camera to where you can only see his hands, his beating hands. That makes no sense.
No, it doesn't, Vince.
I got a pocket knife.
Should be able to get these sides just like this, but we'll see. I think I got it. I may need that in a minute though. There we go. Would you stop dancing your knife in front of my face? You make me nervous. You're not making me nervous. You can totally keep dancing your knife. Okay.
I trust you. You have your totem chip.
Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to assume this is going to be one of those things where it's going to take me a couple minutes to get this out here.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of designed to not be so bad.
So bad, yeah.
You know, some of those figures, like, what was it? There was that Sideshow Hellboy.
Have you ever seen this, where you have these things in the bottom that just twist? Because I'm used to the twisty ties that take forever to untie, or you just have to try to cut them. That's different. I've never seen that. Okay, that's a neat idea if it works. Let's find out. So it wants you to flip all the way around.
Presumably. Are you going the right direction?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I already started there. See, it like... This whole unboxing thing might have been a terrible idea.
It did work for the... Well, I would say top one, but I guess they're all in the bottom, so let's define
that's
top.
cool. It looks like these actually just kind of pop out.
Oh, good. I was opening a 12-inch Sideshow Hellboy figure, and the...
cool. There we
the
go.
tail comes separately, and it's the biggest pain in the butt to push on, and then it'll never come off. Oh, I hope those just unscrew. Oh, good.
Yeah, they sure do.
Oh, that's wise. Put a little hole in there.
This... Ooh. Oh, there's one in the back.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it not... cool. This is fantastic.
That's purty.
Yeah, it looks perfect. It's not very heavy. It is a toy. I mean, it's like any of the Batmobiles I played with when I was a kid. It's for the action figures, but it looks a lot nicer than most of those did. Like it looks like a model. It
really does.
I'm very impressed with the detail on it. The reds are really popping out. They put in everything you'd expect to see inside the cab.
I can't believe there's seatbelts in there.
Including the I was just noticing that these seatbelts with the bat symbol on them. I didn't know that that's what those looked like. I'm assuming that they actually had that. But like I've got a small Batmobile model, of the 60 Batmobile, and it didn't have those.
Oh,
So
right.
that's really cool. Yeah, and of course the Bat fire extinguisher is in there. The Bat phone is there. Yeah, it's all there. That's really cool. The doors do not open. But that's okay, because Batman and Robin always jumped in from outside. It would have been neat if they opened.
Yeah. Did the doors
Because
open?
the doors
on the
did
Batmobile?
actually open.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean, like I said, very often they didn't open them, but they did open. There could have been. They could have done more with this, but it doesn't look really cool. It would have been neat if the engine opened up and stuff. But like I said, I can't expect too much because it is a toy. It's funny, this stuff keeps saying adult. No, that's okay.
Oh, okay.
It is funny. These toys keep saying adult collector, and I kind of feel like kids could totally play with these. I guess because I get that with some things where it's like it's from properties that are too adult, or it's meant to just be looked at, and if you played with it too much, it might get kind of messed up, or it's in like one pose. And,
I can't wait to buy those Reservoir Dog figures for my kid. Oh.
The Cap and Vince adult collector figures would just be us doing this. Like that'd be the Cap and Vince adult collector figures. Okay, so I also bought a Batman to go in my Batmobile. So let's open this up and put him in there and see what it looks like. I'm really stoked about this. No, Vince, I have a method. Would you stop it with a pocket knife? I don't use pocket knives to open up. Would you stop it? I would slap him, but then I might get hurt, and that would
I'm
be
gonna
bad.
cut you, man. I'm gonna cut you.
He's terrifying. This is the first of these new 60s Batman figures I bought, and they've been out for quite a few months now, and I keep wanting to get my hands on them. These are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And when I finally committed to getting the Batmobile, I said, well, I have to get an action figure to go with it. These are $20 a piece, and I think that's a little high, but they're also great. So far, they've put out a Joker.
Cloth cape. That's neat.
Yeah, they've put out a Joker. They've put out a Catwoman, and I think it's Julie Newmar, although it might be Lee Merriweather. I forget. They put out a Riddler, which is the other one I really want. If I get nothing else, a Penguin and a Batman, surfing Batman with a surfboard and the hilarious swim trunks.
I didn't
this
even
is great.
notice the stand.
This looks really good. Yeah, it's got a POW stand. That's pretty cool. This is a great looking figure.
Yeah.
Do you like that, Jason? And then the figure comes with what looks like either a mini card or a poster. Oh, that's pretty cool. It comes with a little cardboard card, and I'm going to assume that you put all these together and they make the Batmobile on the back.
You might look through the box.
But I already have one. Sorry, what?
You might look back through the box of this thing and see if it comes with one.
And see if it comes with a card. I don't think it does. Nope. Looks like just the figures did. But anyway, that's the Batmobile. Let's go ahead and put Batman in here. Let's see how well he sits. Oh, lots of points of articulation.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
Done!
I could make him British, but then he wouldn't be able to drive because there's not a steering wheel on the other side.
They do tend to be more articulate.
I always wonder how Batman gets in there and manages to not have his cape riding up here.
No,
His leg is all twisted.
Oh, crud. Hold on, I gotta take Batman to the hospital.
He was sitting there with one leg up and around.
We may have to cut some of this. Or not. Maybe we'll just make you suffer through me putting this.
Now let's shoot a reboxing video.
Yeah, nobody ever does that. We could be pioneers, Vince. We could shoot the reboxing videos.
And we could make the first geeky championship boxing video.
We could start a whole new YouTube reviewing trend.
I think the hands will even go on the steering wheel.
Oh, cool. I'll try that a little later. I won't make
your
everybody
next challenge
suffer
is
through
buckling
that.
him in.
Yeah, that's not working out so well. But anyway, there's my Batman. He's in his Batmobile. It's to scale. Looks great. Oh, this is really fun. I'm really looking forward to finding a place in my basement for this. And that's what I recommend today. And having gotten it out of the box, I still recommend it. There's the license plate. It's of course the numbers that were on the car. Yeah, the paint job's really good. The colors are accurate. Does that spin? No, it doesn't. But anyway, yeah, fantastic. Well, anyway, everybody, thanks as always for watching. We sure appreciate it, and we'll recommend something for you once again next week. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
See you later.
And I'm Jason.
Oh, and here's Jason.